You're still watching JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapisa CBD, and Spiky Nkrumah joins me in studio. Good morning, Spiky.
Good morning, Maps.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You're looking sharp in that white shirt of yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Am I making you shy?
A little.
A little.
See, I blushed
Okay,
a bit.
it's okay. Let's discuss. What are you here for?
Okay, so there's this thing that I was called by one of my bosses. People don't turn off their computers when they're leaving the office. And, you know, it's a problem in most offices where you find out people are leaving the office and they don't turn off their computers. They don't turn off the monitors, and it's running up the electricity bills. So people ask, how can you solve this? How can you tell the computer go off at a certain time if no one is using? Luckily, the people who created a computer actually had this in mind, and they created an application called a task scheduler.
Okay.
So what this does is not only does it let you schedule your computer to turn off at a certain time, but you can set it to do a lot of other things, like clean up your hard drive, to check, run an antivirus scan, a lot of things that you want it to do automatically, not that you want to trigger these actions yourself, but you want to schedule it to run. So I'm using shutdown as the example now because basically that's what I was asked to do when the people don't turn off their computer. When you go to your start, just search for the task scheduler. I've actually pinned mine to the start button, and I've pinned it to the task bar. So when you just run it, it'll take us to the task scheduler. And in the right pane on your right, you have a list of things you can do. You can create a basic task, you can create a task, you can import tasks from another computer, and you can display all running tasks, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to create a task. So when you click on that, you get the dialog box open here.
Okay.
And I want to shut down the PC, so I type in there, shut down PC. That's the name of the task. And then a description of the task, shut down this PC.
Okay.
Then you go to the triggers. The triggers is that when you create a task, you can specify the conditions that will trigger this task. So you go to new, and then you choose the trigger that you want it. So you want to begin it on a schedule, or you want to begin it when the computer logs on, or when the computer starts up, or when it's idle, or during an event. Basically, we just want to do it on a schedule.
Okay.
So we want to do this daily. So every day at a certain time, the computer will turn itself off. So we choose, okay, 11:30 right after this show. So I'm going to set it to 11:30 after this show. Every day, this computer will go off. And I set it to recur every one day. So every single day it will recur. And then you can say you can want to delay the task for up to a certain period. You want to repeat it, or you want to stop it if it runs longer than blah, blah. There's all those options. But we just want to focus on the daily task. So we've set that. And you can see it's set here. Then we go to actions. So the action is actually what you want to do. Telling the computer that, hey, I want to shut down doesn't mean it knows actually what you want it to do. So we say action, start a program. So we're going to find the shutdown script. You know your shutdown is actually a program, right?
I didn't.
You didn't? Well, I'm telling you now.
Now I know.
So it's a program that is run. So that's it in the Windows System32 files. So I select it. So in here, the script is shutdown.exe. When that program runs, the computer will shut down. There's an argument you can add. The argument means that maybe there are options, maybe you wanted to log off, you want it to hibernate, or you want it to actually shut down.
Okay.
In my case, I'm going to set it to /s, which means that I want it to actually shut down. So /s, okay. Then conditions. Start the task only if the computer is idle. Because you don't want someone to be working. Maybe someone's working late night, and then you're running this schedule, and then it just kicks in.
Shuts down, yeah.
Yes, so you want to start this task only when the computer is idle for, say, 10 minutes. So when the time is due and the computer is idle for 10 minutes, it will shut down. If the time is due and then the computer is not idle, it will not shut down. So stop if the computer ceases to be idle. That means that if you want it to stop when the computer ceases to be idle. Then I say, okay. So you can actually go to the settings and then check. There are still more settings, and there's one here. If the task fails, restart every 1 minute. So if the task doesn't run, you want it to try again. So we'll just set that to every 1 minute, it will restart the task. And then we hit OK. So this task has been saved. And those are the details of the task. So right at 11:30, when the time hits 11:30, this computer will shut down every single day until you delete it and stop it.
Oh wow, okay, that's hectic. I think next week we should talk about how to delete your task schedules, yeah?
It's simple.
You just press
It's
delete.
just there. You just delete it and that's it. It's gone.
Okay.
Don't run again.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Spiky, for that tech talk on task scheduling and shutting down. Speaking about shutting down, I'm about to shut down Joy News Interactive with me, Mapitso CBD. Remember, you can go to our Facebook page, and that's Joy News on TV, to check out today's tech talk. You know how I say it? I say stay blessed.
Remind me to.